The Kingdom of Bahrain condemns the Israeli attack targeting the fraternal state of Qatar. We stand in full solidarity with the measures that will be undertaken by the fraternal state of Qatar. There is a need to adopt all measures to protect UN personnel as they carry out the humanitarian duties in the Gaza Strip. We call for calm and for an end to escalation to preserve regional peace and security. Key importance, particularly amid increasingly growing tensions and the proliferation of armed conflict throughout the world, in all parts of the world. The Kingdom of Bahrain condemns the Israeli attack targeting the fraternal state of Qatar. This is a violation of the national sovereignty of Qatar and the principles of international law. We stand in full solidarity with the measures that will be undertaken by the fraternal state of Qatar to protect its security, its sovereignty, and the safety of its citizens as well as its residents. We call for calm and for an end to escalation to preserve regional peace and security. Mr. President, peacekeeping operations have always lain at the heart of efforts to advance international peace and security. These are of key importance, particularly amid increasingly growing tensions and the proliferation of armed conflict throughout the world, in all parts of the world. This requires that international community pools its efforts and to enhance the capacity of peace operations to adapt, to react rapidly, and to demonstrate flexibility, and to be agile, and to implement the mandates, and to help people surmount the ills caused by conflict, and to ensure that there is a safer, more fair, and more sustainable world. The Kingdom of Bahrain has always sought to support the efforts that PKOs have been undertaking for nearly 8 decades, as has been attested to in our commitment to pay our assessments on time and in full for PKOs over recent years. We applaud the efforts undertaken by His Excellency the Secretary General through the UN 80 initiative to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of the organization and its various bodies, including PKOs. Mr. President, the Kingdom of Bahrain calls for greater flexibility in the work of PKOs, and for this to be carried out through the use of modern technologies, including AI, in order to build the capability of these operations, their ability to adapt to varied circumstances, and to enhance their effectiveness and efficiency in light of future challenges. Given the present-day circumstances, the Kingdom of Bahrain stresses the vital role of PKOs in the sustaining of peace and international security. Hence, the importance of clarity and flexibility vis-à-vis the objectives and the mandates of these operations. The timeline for implementation needs to be transparent, and there's a need to be able to adjust this, to conduct periodic reviews to ensure that there be more flexibility to address emerging challenges, for there to be optimal use of the financial and human resources which are available. Mr. President, we cannot overlook the catastrophic situation in the Gaza Strip. And this situation, the consequences of this situation, and the Security Council has a responsibility to must shoulder its responsibility for immediate sustainable ceasefire for the release of hostages and detained persons. I reiterate our call for the respect of the decisions of the Bahrain Summit and the Extraordinary Summit on Palestine, where vis-à-vis the deployment of the international UN protection and peacekeeping force in the Palestinian occupied territory up until the implementation of the two-state solution, in order to contribute to the protection of civilians and to ensure a safe, unfettered, sustainable delivery of humanitarian assistance in accordance with international resolutions and the rules of international humanitarian law. There is a need to adopt all measures to protect UN personnel as they carry out the humanitarian duties in the Gaza Strip. In this context, we call for the adoption of a more effective strategy to ensure a safe environment for PKOs and for the safety and security of their personnel. We must ensure that personnel are not exposed to obstacles in the implementation of their mandates, which are focused on the promotion of international peace and security. To conclude, the Kingdom of Bahrain will continue to support all joint efforts to support PKOs for the advancement of security, of stability, and peace at the regional and international levels. Thank you very much.
Subscribe to Oneindia and never miss an update. Download the Oneindia app now.